Alex Weaver here with Mamba Smith, and in case you missed it, a Richmond Raceway pit road woes were basically the topic for me of this race. We saw the short track package for the very first time here on a short track for 2023, and all of these teams having issues on pit road.
Yeah, one of the crazy things, I don't know if anyone saw it, but Blaney's crew, they left a wedge wrench in. Not one, but two guys tried to jump and pick that thing out before. But for me,
and speeding on pit road for Blaney.
Speeding on pit road. Gotta clean that up if you want to be in the championship hunt.
Yep.
But for me, I think it really was the tire wear. The fall off was so crazy. As a driver, when you're trying to get all the speed out of the car that you can, in every lap you're losing a tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, lap after lap. That gets really hard, and it's kind of frustrating too. And you gotta know how to really gauge that. I talked to Ty Gibbs. I was like, Ty, how do you gauge that for 400 laps? And he's like, I really don't know yet. I'm still learning and trying to figure that out. So for me, the story was tire wear.
Yeah, also interesting to watch. I mentioned the package and how different the downforce was. It was 30% less expected for today's race, but you also had the shifting that drivers were talking about. So much effort for these drivers to worry about today at this short track battle. Not only like the bumping and beating that you normally have at the racetrack when it can come to short tracks, but also shifting and the short track package. And you had to worry about strategy and what calls your crew chief was making. And Richmond Raceway, I just find is becoming more and more of a challenge for drivers, especially with these little unknowns of the next gen car.
It's a mental challenge because it's hot out here. It's a long race. Like I said, you're trying to make all the speed, but then you mix in the factor. Okay, these guys are coming.
Yeah.
How am I gonna keep enough speed to keep them behind me? And for someone like William Byron, who had the speed all day, and then get taken out late.
It really is about kind of chasing the car that you have as well, just because we saw temperature changes. I mean, it was a cold, windy day here at Richmond, but the sun was beating directly down on this racetrack. It was 84 degrees in the sun and like 67 degrees in the shade at the end of the race in the final stage. So a lot to chase for teams. I don't know how you keep up.
You know what never changes though? This is short track racing. This is Richmond. It's a slugfest every time we come here, and that is one of my favorite things about this racetrack.
All right, that'll do it. We'll be back here in July for another short track battle, but Richmond Raceway, check for the spring race.
Check.